Hello, hope you're doing great. And I just thought about this issue because I've been battling with it for a couple of weeks now. I've developed a constant pain in my index finger of my picking hand, right in the first joint. Well, if you count from the tip of the finger, it would be the second joint. I guess it would be the second joint from the palm as well, because there's the knuckle and then there's the joint here. So I get a little bit of swelling here and a pain, and making this motion, hooking my finger, at the loss of words here, is stiff. The joint is stiff and it's causing a little bit of pain and no movement there. I went to the doctor and talked with her about this issue, and she gave me a medication for it for a couple of weeks to kind of lessen if there's any kind of infection. And so that's always a good idea to consult with a professional before you start treating yourself. But unfortunately, even after the medication period stopped, the pain kept coming back. So I went through a little bit of the changes that have happened before and after the pain started. So I did a video about starting to practice quite a lot, and what happened. I started playing guitar for maybe twice, sometimes 3 times or 4 times the amount that normally, and all of that extra load has to have had some effect. And I noticed that I keep my pick in a way that might provoke this. So my natural way to hold the pick is like this. So between my index finger and my thumb, and I do like this. I'm using 11s here, so there's quite a lot of pressure coming from when I hit the string. The force that comes back to the finger is quite a lot. My thumb is doing fine, but if I'm thinking about it, when I hit the string, there's always kind of a small amount of torque, I guess, sideways to the joint, and that because there's a long stretch here, it may happen that the pressure here starts to wear out the joint and causing a lot of pain. So I've modified my technique a little bit. It's a little bit hard to unlearn something that you've been doing for many years, but I've changed my grip so that I make a fist with my fingers, and I would play like a scale like this. So that's immediately a lot better for my finger. I don't feel pain while playing anymore, and it seems to subside across the days. Of course, it doesn't heal like instantly, because there has been a long period, about a month or even 2 months, when the injury has kind of formed. So it can take a lot of time for it to recover, but seems to work. There's a little bit of unlearning and relearning, especially kind of muting the strings feels really odd, since I've been used to mute the strings with my little finger. I guess I could do something like that, but that feels really weird. Or I could even use only my middle finger to support the index finger, but I think this feels most natural. So So when I palm mute, I can kind of still do it. I reach all of the strings here. So that works out fine. Seems that when I'm concentrating it, I remember to do it, but when I'm not concentrating, I often revert back to my original technique. But that's why when I'm practicing, I kind of always try to remember to do this, so it stays in my muscle memory. So I think that's enough from that injury or that tip. I hope this helps someone out there, because this has caused me a lot of pain in the last months, and it seems to be working. The remedy seems to be working. But remember that I'm no medical expert, so especially if you have some kind of, let's say, swelling and reddening of the tissue, and if you have had some kind of clear injury leading up to the pain, or if you have some kind of wound in the area, make sure you contact a doctor, because that's really important to be taken care of. But keep in mind, you could do a lot of help by adopting a different technique, and maybe you could even try this technique to prevent these issues from raising up. So that's all. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.